Alrighty, everybody, welcome to another episode of I Never Met a Stranger I Didn't Like It. I am here outside in the beautiful weather with an amazing guest, Keith Mestas. Here, he is the owner of Kinect Services.
Yep.
You guys do a little bit of everything, huh?
Yeah.
We're out here at your guys' yard where you guys do your rentals right now. And it's a little empty because you guys have been renting out everything.
Yeah.
You got a few stuff here, but you guys are just rolling and going, huh?
Right. So Kinect Service, so we've got three different brands. We've got Kinect Services that does our construction, our home remodels, stuff like that. Then we've got our glass company, that's Kinect Glass company. That's going to do anything glass from your showers, your windows, your cars. If it's got glass, we mess with it. You can do it. And then where we're at right now is our trailer rentals. This is Kinect Trailer Rentals and equipment. You know, we're now adding excavators, skid steers, stuff like that. We're going to be adding more as time goes. Yeah. So, but they're all three separate brands, but under one name, basically.
Kind of going. You just stay busy.
We stay busy. That's the goal.
Going.
That's the goal.
I met you through my buddy Jordan, who works for you.
Yep.
Jordan Riddle is one of your sales guys, doing your social media.
Yep.
Amazing dude.
Yep.
He talked so highly about you guys whenever he started working for you, and I was like, all right, that seems like a pretty nice place to go. You guys literally cover everything, and I sell portable buildings for a living, and so we get people that come in that are asking for certain things that we just don't do. Right. And I'm like, hey, here's a card. Call my boy Jordan. And I've shot some stuff over at him and got him some business going for you because it's stuff we don't do, and you guys literally almost cover everything you can think of in between there. You know?
That's our goal. Our goal is to be a one-stop shop. I mean, being in the sales industry for a long time and then also growing up in the construction industry, I see the value that it brings to the table that somebody, if they got one contractor they use and they realize they can trust that one contractor, why would they go elsewhere? Yeah. It doesn't make any sense, and it makes it easier on them. You know, if you're doing a complete home remodel, you're gonna have to deal with electricians, plumbers, all that stuff. So not only do we self-perform the work, we're a general contractor as well. So we've got our guys in-house that do the work, and then we, general contract the stuff that we don't have licensing and stuff. So yeah.
One-stop shop. They don't have to worry about it.
One-stop shop, man. That's a goal.
Like you literally show up and you just say, okay, this is what we're gonna take care of this.
Yep.
That's amazing. You can't really, why would you try to go anywhere else for that? Because
I agree.
When you're dealing with 16 different business owners and trying to figure it all out yourself and juggling, keeping them coming in at certain times, the right times, and getting the plumber there when they're supposed to and all that. People don't realize that whole scope of things whenever it comes to it.
Well, you said it best right there. The right times.
Yeah.
Scheduling
things.
We've been on jobs, recently where customers are running their own remodels and it's so out of whack. And that's okay. It's not their profession. They don't know what they're doing. So I get that, but that's the value that we try to bring to the table.
Makes it a lot easier, less stressful.
To make sure you don't got one guy showing up to do a job and they're like, hey, we're not ready for you.
Yeah.
Well, it's because you didn't know. You just were wanting to get people here, but we do it in the right order. So like you said, one-stop shop, man.
Don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
So kind of got into a little bit of what you guys do. Let's kind of get to know you a little bit and kind of know the man behind Kinect. So Keith, where are you from? Are you an Okie or are you a move-in transplant?
I'm a transplant, man. I'm an Okie now, though. I've been here since 2010.
Hey, that's plenty of time to become an Okie.
Yeah. I figure once you change your license, you're legit. I'm from Canyon City, Colorado.
Okay.
I was born and raised there, lived there for, the first half of my life, we should say 20 plus years. I moved to Denver for about 4 years and then moved out here. I had family out here and whatnot, so I was able to just get away, start over, and this is home now. Yeah.
So that's family made you say, let's go to Oklahoma from Colorado, huh?
Not necessarily family made me. I was just ready to
start new.
To get out of Colorado, start new, and I knew people here.
So it was a good starting point.
So here I came.
Hey, perfect. Yeah. And I on my last podcast, I talked to Kyle, and we were talking about people that move here and how people sometimes kind of get all butthurt about people trying to do things and coming in. We're like, hey, if they're trying to make the area better and trying to make our communities better, come on in, get in here, become an Okie. Let's do it. Let's roll with it. So growing up in Colorado, that's a different kind of landscape than Oklahoma for sure. Where at in that Colorado is that?
So it's near Colorado Springs and Pueblo.
Okay.
So you'll have Denver, Colorado Springs, Pueblo, then Canyon City.
Yep.
So
it was pretty.
Somewhat?
Yeah.
No, we had mountains right there. obviously Colorado's a dry climate, so out here it's super green. It's not really green out there.
Yeah.
But we had mountains right there in the background close by. I mean, I could get to the mountains in 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's
so
nice.
that was nice.
Yeah. But I mean, I'll tell you, I've been to Colorado, Idaho, Montana. I've lived up there, and the people are great. Don't get me wrong, but like coming to Oklahoma, it's a totally different story here in Oklahoma.
That's why I try to tell people, like, you know, when I first moved here, I tried to hate it. Because I'm like, look, you guys don't have any pro sports teams that are close. You know, you don't have mountains. And there's just not a whole lot to do. But then once you just like push all that to the side, the people are amazing.
The people kind of open it up for you.
You break down the side of the road, you're going to have 10 people stop within 10 minutes.
Right.
You know, and that's, to me, that brings so much more value than your scenery.
Right. Exactly.
People, the people that are willing to help. And then the cost of living out here is,
I'm sure, totally different.
a quarter of the cost of what it is in Colorado. I've got a beautiful custom built house that I probably wouldn't have been able to get in Colorado.
Yeah.
Because the price would have been crazy.
Ridiculous, yeah.
So I've grown to love it here, and this is home now.
And I mean, don't get me wrong, we've got some pretty areas. Like we've got some great scenery. Maybe not. I mean, maybe because we're just used to it around here.
Yeah.
There's some days I'll drive through something and go, man, this is pretty today.
Tahquah's real pretty.
As many times as I drive through the same areas and I'll go, today, something's different about it today. It looks pretty today.
Yeah.
Maybe the wind's blowing just right or whatever it is.
It's super green, and we get good weather a lot longer here.
Yeah.
That's what I enjoy.
Yeah, it's not as, I mean, we get some cold, but it's probably not near as cold as what it.
People say that, man, but to me, it's colder.
Really? Well,
it's a different,
because
the moisture.
Wet. Yeah.
Yeah, the moisture.
Up there,
dry.
And it would snow, 12, 13 inches overnight. We wake up and we were in shorts and hoodies going from building to building.
Yeah,
because
you ain't doing that here.
No, it's totally different. I mean, and it's like, but it's still, and it's like -5 degrees there, and we're still wearing shorts and a hoodie going from building to building.
Yes.
And here, totally different. Like the wind.
30 degrees feels like 15 degrees.
It goes straight through you. Yeah. Totally different kind of a.
Yes.
That is true, because people don't realize the moisture kind of adds
big difference.
to the whole thing. So, Keith, you're a transplant from Colorado. Do you have any family?
Yeah, so I'm married. My wonderful wife, Rachel. And then I've got 4 kids.
4 kids.
We got Tyson. He's the oldest. Then Aaliyah, she's our second oldest. Tyson's 19, Aaliyah's 17. And then we got Lincoln. He just turned 7. And then we got Peyton, which is 4.
So you kind of started over, huh?
Started over, man.
That's the way to do it. We kind of, ours weren't as old. My oldest is 11, and then I've got an 8, a 6, and then a 1-year-old. So we kind of did the same thing.
You kind of did the same thing.
Start over. It was an accident, but it was a good accident. I was sitting there at my son's parent-teacher conference, and I'm going, in 10 years, I want to be sitting in the same exact spot doing the same exact thing with my daughter. I'm like, we started over. What do we do?
Yeah.
But it's
just a repeat.
But it adds so much to the family. You don't realize that you're missing for so long. You know what I mean?
And you learn, like you get your first 1 or 2 kids, and then you have more after that, or just even 1 kid and you have a second. Like you learn parenting a little isn't as bad as it seems. No. Most people on their first kid, they make it real bad. Oh, they make it tough.
Because you're so scared of everything.
You're scared of everything.
Yeah. I mean, I remember my first one, I was like, he's not doing this, he's not eating this, and blah, blah, blah. Now I'm like, you guys want McDonald's? Let's go. Like, whatever.
Go eat some grass outside. Like.
Yeah, you're going to watch your tablet for 2 hours? Go for it. Like, it was a totally different ball game. But it's, and I'll say getting older and having another one, there's a different joy to it.
I agree.
I think, because
big time.
With your kids being a little bit older, you get to watch them interact with the baby and the young ones, and kind of do that, and you see a different side of your own kids that you didn't get to see, and it's really fun experience to do, I think.
Yep, for sure.
So that's really cool. So you're transplanting Okie. What keeps you here? Is it just family business? You just falling in love with it? You don't?
Well, I've always wanted to live in Florida. Like, I absolutely love Florida, because I was like, okay, the first half of my life I had the mountains. I want the ocean.
Want the beach.
That was my ultimate goal when I moved here. This was just kind of a pit stop.
Kind of in between.
But then I met a good woman, and she's from here. She's 1 of 7, and their family they're super tight. We got involved in, her dad's a pastor at our church, Eastland Baptist in Tulsa.
Oh, okay.
So if you need a church home,
there you go.
It's a good place. Yep. So if I tried to take her away from that, it would be
kind of a big.
It would be a big deal.
Yeah.
And now me. You know, like in the beginning, I didn't have any skin in the game like that. But now, you know, my kids have grown up in the church. My kids have grown up around her family. And, you know, like we all live like right here.
It's just
like I live right over there. One sister's over there. One brother's across the highway. Another sister's just right over here.
So literally,
so we're
super
all
close.
super close. And it's, again, when it comes to like value like that is, you don't see that.
Yeah.
I didn't have anybody like that in my family. My family does not do anything like that. None of them get along typically.
Half the time, yeah.
You know, so that is just, to me, it's inseparable.
That's something you can't leave.
You can't.
Once you got
leave
it, you don't. It's just
it wouldn't be worth it.
Yeah, it wouldn't. I mean, Florida's great. I'm with you. I love Florida.
I can travel.
One day I would love to live in Florida. Maybe whenever the kids are grown and I'm retired and I'm old, living in an RV.
No, I can travel there now.
You know, yeah, exactly. But and I will say, I mean, we're Disney freaks. Like my family is.
My wife is currently in Disney right now.
Is she? So
Yes.
yeah, you understand. Like if we're going to Florida, we're going to Disney, and we're there. So I mean, we love it. So what are some things that you like to do for fun with your family around here?
I mean, we like being outdoors as long as it's not 175 degrees outside. You know, I love the lake. You know, we don't go as often as possible. Instead of buying a boat, I had more kids, so I don't have a boat.
Yep, I get
but
that.
I do like to go boating, but just, you know, anything outdoor, man. I just love to be outside, period. Whether I'm working on something or we're going somewhere and doing something. We're foodies. My wife and I, so we try to go out to eat. You know, we like the nice fancy stuff.
Mm-hmm. You work hard, you gotta treat yourself.
Exactly. So we try to try like new restaurants, you know, quite often and whatnot.
Right on. Yeah, I'm a foodie too. Like we are all about. I've got the worst spot because I have this hibachi grill place across the street from my lot, and it's honestly probably the best hibachi.
Which one is it?
It's called Chico's. It's a little food cart. It's a little truck. It's a little trailer there, and I mean it stays busy.
Chico's. That sounds like a Mexican hibachi.
It's not, and it is made sushi hibachi like out of this little truck,
and it's so good.
It is so good, and I get to smell it all day.
Where's that at?
It's in Pryor, right off of Highway 69.
Okay.
So yes, Chico's, Highway 69, Pryor. Go see them, guys. It's amazing. It's so good, and then the smell comes right in, and so like it hits me every day, and I'm like, oh, I need to go over there and get some. But the noodles, whew, I'm telling you. But yeah, we're big foodies too. We love to try even like cooking things like we'll see on TV. We're like, oh, let's try to cook that and kind of have, you know, try the unique stuff, you know. I get that. So what is something you think that would be surprising for people to learn about you?
Oh, that's a tough question, man.
It is a tough question.
You know, my favorite thing, like having these businesses is great and all, but my favorite thing is helping people grow. Like, let me give you an example. I just partnered with a girl here in Owasso in another business. Her name is Faith Tinney. She came into the glass shop and got a rock chip done. And we started talking. I'm gonna make a long story short. She's in college, she's about to graduate, and she said it's not really what she wanted to do, and she fell in love with, I think it was like sonography or something. Don't hold me to that.
Yeah.
She's like, but I really enjoy doing nails. And she's like, that's my passion. I'm like, well, why don't you do something with that? Because she's already doing it, right? And she just didn't really know how. And she's like, I got a great idea. I'm like, well, what's your idea? And she said, I want to do a mobile nail salon. I said, that's absolutely genius. I said, I can make that happen for you. And she just kind of laughed, like thought I was joking. I said, I'm not joking.
Let's do it.
You know, I said, let's do it. And she's like, really? So we started talking, put a plan together. I sat down with her and her father. We had breakfast, and they're just a great family. And now I get to help make that girl's dreams come true. You know, with the business came in place, she thought she was just going to be a worker. I'm like, no, you're going to be a part owner. Like, my goal is to help you build a brand, get you out of that van, and then we build employees around it.
Yeah.
And so here we are. You know, we started the business. We got our website up. We just got our van done, got logoed. Now we're going to work on building the inside of the van. She's doing home appointments, and she's getting ready to graduate and get her degree, but unfortunately she's not going to use it because, hey, we're starting some. But just to see the joy that that's going to bring to her, that's more joyful to me than making the money.
Yeah.
You know, the money's amazing. But,
we gotta have
seeing
money.
how happy it makes people.
Yeah.
And I'm going to keep doing that. Like, I'm not going to stop there.
Yeah.
You know, that's my goal, is to get,
To be able
find
to keep
other
doing that.
people, and I can help do that.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, I wish somebody did that with me years ago.
Yeah.
But, you know, I've built my son up, and now this girl, and, you know, it's just, that's my favorite thing.
That's kind of what maybe you were put in that place to be in the business and be able to make that money, to be able to be that kind of a person, to
Yes.
be in the situation to when
Yep.
somebody comes and you feel that on your heart and God says, hey, this is the person, let's work with them.
Yep. Yep.
He does some crazy things.
He puts people in the places for a reason, man.
Yeah,
and she came into the glass shop that day for a reason, and here I am. You know, we get to help each other, change each other's lives, because I'm learning from her just as much as she's learning from me.
Yeah.
You know, the girl's an artist. Like, she's so good at what she does, and she's only about 1.5 years in on doing this stuff, and how good she is, it blows my mind.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, how would your friends and family describe you? I know it's a tough question too.
That's a very tough question, because to me, that's to ask them.
It's hard. I know it's kind of hard, but because you don't want to seem conceited, like, you know, like.
No.
But at the same time, like.
I mean, I think, like, I'm extremely loyal. I'm very passionate about when I get involved in things, you know, and I think that's something that, you know, on the good side of things, that people are going to say about me. Now, there's other things that people can say, sure. I don't deny any of that, but I think that's the biggest thing, man, is like, I really, I have a big heart for people, for good people.
For good people, yeah.
You know, the people that, like I said, helping people.
Yeah.
I think that's maybe one thing. I mean, but again, that's a question for them.
You're like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, hey.
I've never really asked anybody that.
You never said, hey, how you? I know that's kind of a.
My brother tells me I'm an a-hole all the time.
Well, I mean, that's
so,
brothers.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's brothers.
Makes sense.
I'm sure mine would say the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So, tell me, what does a normal day look like for you?
So typically, I get up about 5:20. I go to the gym. Come home, I eat, and then I head into the office, or if I've got something planned. With my wife being in Florida right now with a friend, right now I get the kids ready. She homeschools. She homeschools at our house with her sisters. So I take her to, like I said, her sister lives just right down the road.
So another example of how close you guys are. They homeschool together.
They homeschool together. My
cool.
upstairs in my house, one of the rooms of the upstairs in my house is dedicated to a classroom.
That's cool.
Dude, it's super cool.
We've been talking about homeschooling our kids next year.
I was against it at first, man, but like after seeing the values to it, I mean, literally they do it for about 2 hours. They learn a ton in that 2 hours. And then I'll take Lincoln, like some days I'll have like work where I've got to be on a skid steer or something like that. And I'll take Lincoln with me.
Just like,
and let him learn that stuff. And to me, that's crazy valuable.
That's more valuable, I think, than having
100%.
6 recesses and being at school all day.
Being at school for a whole
wasting that
entire
time.
day.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of stuff you could, like, that was kind of our idea, was to funnel in the things that they really are interested in. We can really hone in on those things. And, you know, like my daughter, she loves art. She loves drawing. Like, we can really focus on letting her be an artist and really kind of go into that. She loves geography.
Right.
Like, we can really focus, you know, without missing all the basics, but we can really focus, after the basics are done, we can really kind of hone in on her gifts, you know?
I mean, one way you can look at it like this is, how much stuff do you use from school?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, okay, you go back to your question. Like, you said, what's one thing that people would be surprised about me?
Yeah.
My wife might kill me for saying this, but maybe not, but I'm a high school dropout. I hated school. I hated everything about it. Almost, not everything about it. You know, I love the people, love being around friends and stuff like that. That was cool, but
the most part.
I've always been a good worker, and for the most part, when I was younger, I would goof around with my buddies. But you know, for the most part, like it was just wasn't something. I was never going to go to college.
Yeah.
You know, and that's one thing that I think that is wrong, is everybody thinks that their kid's doing right and being successful just by pushing college.
Yeah. No.
I mean, most people that go to college don't even use the degree that they go for.
Exactly.
They just wasted money and time. You know, it's not hard to start a business. If you start like as a side hustle, right? Start as a side hustle and just grow it and build it. But if you do that young, like I started my son mowing when he was 8 years old. He wanted to go to school to be a chiropractor. And when it came down to it, I said, look, man, Like, you've already got 8 years old. He took over when he was 14, and he's been taking over ever since. You know, he's already got a well-established, paid-for equipment. He's got guys that work for him, everything. So I'm like, look, man, like, you're going to go to be a chiropractor. You're going to be $200,000 in debt. Or more, who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Right? And then you're going to get out, and at best, you might make 50, 60 grand a year your first year, hopefully, if you can get the clientele in. Or you've already got an established lawn care business. Grow it.
Yeah.
And that's what he chose to do. And, you know, now he's working on that freedom for him to where he's got people running his business for him. And I think that if people could find a way to, like, homeschooling, get people into stuff like that at a younger age, start teaching them.
Yeah.
It will be a lot better for, you know, future kids.
A little bit easier for success.
Yeah.
They can figure
and
out.
there's nothing wrong against college. Like,
no.
You know, the one thing that my wife always said is, like, if you're going to go do something that somebody can't walk in off the streets and take your job.
Yeah.
That's always stuck to my brain. And that makes sense.
If you're going to spend that kind of money,
no.
you know, to go to school, do something that you're going to be able to.
Do something that makes sense. I mean, I worked for the Colorado Department of Corrections for 4 years, and I had multiple friends that had criminal justice degrees. We were the same rank, making the same money. The only benefit they got is they could promote within a year. I had to wait 3.
So
that was a benefit. But they're $90,000 in debt. I'm zero in debt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's I think we kind of got stuck on the whole idea of traditional school and how it had to be and how it, like, you have to go to college after school. You have to do this. You have to do that. I almost dropped out of high school.
Yeah.
My senior year, I wasn't going to go back.
I dropped out my senior year.
Did you? Yeah. I wasn't going to go back. I was like,
dropped
I'm not doing it. My mom begged me. One of my teachers called me like, come on, you can do it. You can finish it out. And I was like, fine, I'll do it. And I finished it out, barely made it, skimmed by.
Yeah.
I mean,
hey, that's all you need.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Skimmed by. Everybody. So I graduated from a small Christian school here in Claremore, and we had 11 people in our graduating class.
Oh my gosh.
And so when people go, I was ranked 11th in my class, and they're like, dude, you serious?
You're smart, man.
And I'm like,
you're a rock star.
How many did you guys have in your class? 11.
11. I was bottom of the barrel.
I was at the bottom. I was going to be a rock star. Like, that was my goal. I was rock star Phil. I didn't need college. I was going to go on tour after high school. That was what I was going to do. So I was like, screw this. I don't need it. But then I started a business and grew that, sold it, and you know, things like that. You don't need the college to really. I learned more being out in it and doing it than I did anything in school or reading a book or anything like that.
It's the best teacher. You know, one thing that I think that one book, I don't read a lot, but one book that is very inspirational that will teach you a lot is Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. It's Poor Dad is the dad that says go to college. Rich Dad's the one that owns the businesses, and he breaks it down, the differences in there, and it's just.
I have to check that out.
It's so good. It's so good.
I'll check it out. I'm not much of a reader myself.
I do audiobooks.
I'm an audiobook. Yeah. I'm an audiobook guy. I'll have to look it up for audiobook.
Yep.
So what did little Keith want to be when he grew up? What was his dream when he was a kid?
An athlete, of course.
Of course.
You know, sports has always been my passion. It's been just everything I've always loved. I think that's changed. You know, now, like I said, helping people is my passion. But growing up, if it involved sports, I loved it.
You're like, that's
I love doing everything.
Any sport. What was your sport? What was your favorite? I mean, you loved it.
Probably football was my favorite. But, like, man, if it was a sport, I took interest in it. And I competed in it, you know, in everything. It did not matter. Like, I wanted to be part. I wanted to kill everybody at it, be better than everybody at it.
If you're gonna do it, I'm gonna be the best.
Yes, that was my thing, and I still enjoy it, but not like I used to.
Yeah,
you know, I'm locked in on a different beast now. So
as we grow, things change. I mean, we still
smarter.
like it, but we like.
Oh, I still love it.
You still just kind of go. Well, I mean, like baseball. Love baseball. I really haven't paid attention to Major League Baseball in probably 5 years.
It takes so much time of your day.
It really does. There's so many games and there's so much that there is. I'm a Cubs fan and we suck again. And so it's really hard to, we're not terrible as like we were, but it's still just a lot to keep up with. I keep it on my phone so I can see the scores and they pop up and I'm like, oh, we're winning. Oh, we're losing. And that's about as much as I get anymore. I don't get to sit down and watch the games. I mean, 4 kids.
Well, it takes up
everything.
I used to sit. My Sundays used to be before I got involved in church. Used to be involved or you not involuntary. I mean, used to be dedicated to watching football all day.
Yeah, that was your day.
And
Yeah.
my wife hated it, you know. And then she kind of beat some sense into me, like, you're literally spending an entire day watching football. And I'm just like, she's right. Finally. I mean, it took years.
Yeah, it took a little while,
It took years. So I hardly ever catch a game anymore. You know, but I stay up to date on it. You know, I get the alerts.
Yeah.
I still check
Watch
in on
ESPN to kind of get
and
the
I'll
highlights.
watch some playoff games.
Yeah.
I'll catch a game here and there. Mainly just football, though.
Yeah.
I was always football, basketball. I was a big Kobe Bryant fan. Once Kobe retired, like, I kind of, you know, it was same with Jordan, you know, because I was a Jordan fan when I was younger, and I seen Kobe come in and he was just like him. So I was like, oh, I can still watch basketball and still enjoy it.
Yeah.
Well, then there was nobody to me like Kobe. So, like, I kind of just got bored with it, and I don't watch basketball much anymore, but I still follow it.
Yeah. I still
know the players. I still know what's going on and stuff like that. So
yeah, I know a little bit about what's going on, just especially like Oklahoma, because
of course,
Oklahoma.
Thunder's great.
And the Thunder
I love
are a really good team, and so you kind of you see it a lot. So I kind of get it from the news and things like that. So Keith, what is your? It's a beautiful day like this. You're driving down the road, got the windows down. What do you got playing on the radio?
Ooh.
No wrong answers. No wrong answers.
Oh man. So, I'm a 90s, early 2000 hip hop guy.
There you go.
Yeah. I like the old gangster rap, man. That's
when it was good. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, it was so good. And I like music that gets you fired up. And that's my really, like, when I work out, that's what I listen to. But I love music in general. Mm-hmm. You know, like I told you, like, I'm passionate about sports. Sports, I can learn it and be good at it.
Yeah.
Singing, I love to sing, but I'm terrible.
You're like, I can't do it.
You're born with it.
Yeah.
And you can polish it. Like, if you suck at it, you suck at it. And listen, I suck at it. My wife lets me know all the time. I love her, though.
As long as you're enjoying it, it don't matter.
But, man, like, I was listening to country today.
Were you? Yeah.
So, I like classic rock. I'll listen to girl music, you know, like, it does not matter, but that's my, like, go-to. That's my favorite.
Some late 90s, early 2000s.
90s, early 2000 rap, man. It's just
rap, driving down. I mean,
it was
really
the best.
Can't go wrong with that.
No.
I mean, we were like little kids running around singing and dancing to these songs, had no idea what they meant, but they were.
No, now it all makes sense.
Yeah, now
I know what they're saying.
Like, and you go, there's some songs still that I'll listen to. I'm like, I haven't heard this in a while, and then they'll start singing. I'm like, whoa,
dude, all the time.
Okay,
yeah, all the
I
time.
never noticed that. Yeah, but I mean, we're kind of the music family. Like, my kids listen to everything. Like, they're we took my daughter, a 7-year-old, for her birthday to go watch Korn because she loves Korn.
Oh my gosh!
And she had an incredible time. If the music feels good to her, she likes it.
She likes it.
She's one of those that I think can kind of feel when somebody writes a song. You can, you know what I'm talking about? You can feel what they felt when they wrote that song.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Like, there's certain songs that she'll just be listening to, she starts crying.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? Like, I mean,
music can do that.
And you're like, oh, Lord, calm down. It's just a song. And she's like, it's so sad. But you're like, it's not a sad song. And she's like, it is. It's like, she just feels it.
I can
you're
feel
like,
it.
I feel it, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question, though. I like that.
We're music freaks. Like, my kids are named after bands and music. So they're like, my son's Emerson after Emerson Guitar. We got Prudence after Dear Prudence. We've got Bowie after David Bowie, and then we've got Halen after Van Halen.
Wow.
So we're
I never heard the name Halen. I like that name, actually.
Yeah, little Halen. She's our youngest. We were like, man, we got to come up with a good one. Like, what's a band that we liked? And we're like, we love Van Halen. Like, Halen's a great name. That's a different name we don't hear too often.
Yeah.
So we were like, yeah, right. But Prudence, like, I always wanted to name my daughter Prudence so I could sing Dear Prudence to her one day. Because I'm a huge, like, my music taste is, like, my favorite is stuck in, like, late 60s, early 70s. Like, I'm Beatles, the Stones, like, all that.
I like 80s classic rock is my favorite. Like, my favorite with that kind of music.
You can't go wrong with 80s.
70s is cool. And I like some of the older stuff too, but, like, I think the 80s was...
That was your...
Oh, dude.
That's your jam.
Yep.
And, you know, it's kind of what we grew up listening to and seeing. Like, I grew up listening to, like, that British 80s pop with my mom, you know, and then my dad listened to the 80s hair metal, and then, you know, my grandma listened to Elton John and the Mamas and the Papas and David Bowie, and that was, you know, so I had all these people that were around me that just kind of mixed me into all this music, and I'm like, if if I like it, I'll like it. I don't care
Yeah,
what
that's true.
genre
Good
it
music's
is.
good music,
Yeah.
man.
I'm like,
Yep.
I've heard some amazing bands that I wouldn't listen to that I'm like, they're good.
Some
but
people are
they
one-hit
just
wonders.
play.
They
And
got
some
one
aren't.
good song, and you're like, dude, that's going on the playlist.
You go to listen to the rest of the album.
It's
you're
like, this is trash.
I'm bored. Yeah, that's good.
I'm good with your one song.
Yeah, good. So, what's a moment in your life that changed and you said, okay, this is where I'm going to go down a different path? What's one thing and how did you kind of get through that?
My junior year in high school, I was a very troubled kid. I got suspended every single year from kindergarten on up to my junior year.
Every year?
I've gotten expelled, stuff like that out of schools. I was a violent kid. And junior year, like, something just changed. The light switch just turned on and it said, dude, this isn't fun.
Yeah.
Like, you're constantly in trouble. You're doing stuff that's getting you in trouble, whether it's at school or with the police or at home, and I finally just was like, man, I got to make a change. And it's not easy, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy when you get accustomed to doing something. And it wasn't even that I had a bad crowd around me, because I had good people around me for the most part. I just was wild.
You just
dude,
kinda...
and that was a big change for me. I finally started changing, how I did some things. I wasn't perfect still.
Yeah.
Still had my issues, but that was the big one. And then the next one was, when I met my wife. Her and I have completely different backgrounds. Her dad's a pastor at our church. She's grown up in church. I was borderline almost atheist when I met her.
Yeah.
Right? And she introduced me to God, got me involved in church, and that's what that's probably the biggest change.
Biggest change of what...
I'm at where I'm at today because of her and her getting me involved in church. I wouldn't be where I was at probably without her.
Yeah.
So that's my biggest change.
The biggest one. Starting young, and you figure out that we kind of do that, as a younger we go. I mean, I was the same way. I was a wild child. Me and Jordan, we were skater kids. Like, we got in trouble. Like, I'm surprised we did not get arrested.
Yeah.
When we were kids, because we were skaters. We were skating places we weren't supposed to. We were doing stuff we weren't supposed to do. I mean, there's still, one time we were at Taco Bell. This is a good story for Jordan. We were at Taco Bell and we're eating. Jordan comes in with the McDonald's cup, like a big cup, and goes over to the fountain and starts filling up. And the lady's like, oh, no, what are you doing? He was like, what? They told me it was free refills. It's not free refills? And we were all busting up laughing because we're a bunch of skater boys, And we're throwing sauce packets and everything. And that lady got so mad. And, I mean, kicked us out of Taco Bell. But it was just hilarious. Jordan's like, they told me there was free refills. They told me it was free refills. And she's like, not here. It's not here. It's McDonald's cup. He's like, but they told me it was free refills. And so, it was just
I love
one
that.
of those things. It's good old Jordan
That
humor.
typical Jordan, man.
Yeah. He comes up with the craziest ideas sometimes.
He really does.
You're
I
just
love
like,
him.
Where did you, what?
Yeah.
But exactly. You love him for his crazy ideas. He's got such a big heart.
He does.
So, where do you hope to see yourself in 5 years?
It's a great question. 5 years, my 5-year goal and plan is hopefully that I got all the business are self-efficient. We got the right people in place, and I'm able to just go travel with the family. Not necessarily just travel, but spend more time with them.
Be able to do that.
Whether we want to wake up one day and just take a couple-day road trip, it's no problem.
Yeah.
Or we want to go out and just play golf or go to the pool or go to the lake or something, go do it.
Your team's got it.
My team's got it.
Yeah.
Putting the right people in place to be able to do that. That's my goal.
That's a good dream. I mean, when you start a business, that's kind of the whole idea, is to get to that point.
Dude, it's a lot harder than anything.
It's way harder than you think.
It's easy to start the business, but continuing to keep it flowing is tough.
And because you do get burned out. You get tired. There's days you wake up and you go, I do not want to go do this today. And I mean, even regardless of how much you love it, I was in pest control for a long time, and I loved it. And there was days still I woke up and I was like, man,
not today.
It is already 100 degrees outside. It is 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
I do not want to do this today.
No.
But there's no taking time off because you're the boss.
You're the boss.
You got to keep it going and keep it flowing. And so
Yep.
it's a tiring thing. Like I said, it's easy to get started, keep it going, and then get it to that point. That's the hard part.
It's the hard part.
And you're going full tilt with multiple businesses.
Yeah.
So that's even that's even another work. You know?
It's a lot. It is, but you know, we got a good team. You know, and my brother is amazing. He's the knowledge behind the construction work, because we grew up in the industry. I branched off and he stayed in it, and we make the perfect combo. You know, I'm good at the branding, the marketing, the sales, putting all the right systems in place. He's good at running the crews, knowing how to do everything. So like our combos, and we get along great. Do we butt heads every once in a while? Absolutely, we're brothers, right?
Yeah.
But my brother's like Jordan. You know, he's the nice guy. He's got the big heart. People love him. So it's a good combo. It's a real good combo. So like, you know, right people in the right place, and you know, partnering with Faith. You know, she's I've got to know her a lot. I can tell that she's the right person to partner with for it. So I'm really excited, you know, on that the journey that we're gonna have on this one.
And that one, you mean it's kind of more mentoring and
100%.
You figure letting her, because I mean she's the one that knows what she's doing when it comes to that. You're not much of a nail person, are you?
Listen, I'm learning though, bro. Like, hey, I know I'm starting to learn. I made some suggestions the other day. My wife was in a conversation. She's like, this guy's knowing more than I do now.
You're like, what the heck? She's like, you can do some of this and do some of that, and that'll last longer.
Yeah. Don't get me talking about HEMA-free and Gel X and all this stuff. Like, come on, man.
You're already knowing it.
Oh, I'm already knowing it.
I love it. So being in the, you know, Wausau, this area, I mean, they're bigger communities, but they are small communities at the same time. So why do you think, why is community important?
Well, I've coached my youngest kid since he was 6 years old, or my oldest kid, I'm sorry, Tyson, since he was 6. So I got to get involved in a lot of things for the community, and really seeing like how important that is, you know, because it's on us people to make the community thrive. You know, so I really like to, I don't want to necessarily even say this that I'm giving back. It's just if I can help the people, whether it's, you know, a service or, you know, whatever, you know, that's my goal. Sure, Tulsa's a bigger animal.
Yeah.
And I probably, like with my trailer rentals, I probably would be a lot more busy if I was hubbed in Tulsa. But like, this is where I've raised my kids.
That's a totally different ball game over there. I mean, think about, I mean, yes, we have some thieves and things around here like that, but Tulsa, that's a whole nother ball game you got to think about too on that.
So while we were moving over to here, like you said, thieves, while we were moving over to here, that fence wasn't here for the first like month, maybe 2 months. My trailers just sat out here because I was at another location and they were doing some building, and I had to get my trailers out of there. And we moved it over here, and they just sat out here with no fence. I didn't have one trailer, one thing walk away completely at all. Not one. Dude, I was worried about it every day.
If it was in Tulsa, they'd all be gone.
All be gone.
All of them.
Yeah. So.
No offense, Tulsa, but
yeah, no offense, Tulsa. We love you.
But it
is true. But that shows your community right there. Like my house, like sometimes I forget to lock it. I don't got to worry about anything. I've fallen asleep with my garage doors wide open. Nothing. Now I got a system that automatically closes it at a certain time period. So we're good. But I'm just saying, it's a good community.
It's important for that, to
100%.
have that growth and to keep you sustained. And like I said, you may have a bigger jump there in that hubbing out of Tulsa, but you're going to have that consistent growth here in Owasso, and maybe not all one lump sum at one time whenever you can't handle it. You know what I mean? Kind of the thing. People forget about that owning business too. They get a little too speedy and they can't handle everything, and you go, oh man, I got too much on my plate right now.
We got a lot on the plate in the construction side right now, so we're experiencing
But I think everybody kind of, if you're in contractor construction, everybody, and we're at that right time, springtime, everybody's
wanting
starting
to do projects,
build and move and
Yep.
get things up and ready for the summertime. Yeah, it's crazy. So what's something that you would say that you're proud of that you've been with, like involved with in the community? I mean, maybe with faith and things like that.
Coaching a lot of young boys, man. I'm not a perfect coach by any means.
Yeah.
But I'm very passionate about it, and you know, I just being around those kids and then watching them progress, go through high school, and now they're out in the real world, you know, and just trying to help as many of them as I can. I mean, I don't talk to a lot of them really anymore.
Yeah.
But like seeing those boys go through high school and, you know, them still coming up to me and remembering me and stuff like that. To me, that's valuable.
And you're instilling and teaching them things that they're going to be learning, like they're going to keep as they go through high school and things like that. From the even if it's not going into high school football or whatever it is, but also going into life, you learn things from sports.
Yep, 100%.
And so that's something to be proud of.
Yeah.
Coaching that's a whole nother. I coached my son's U8 or U6 soccer team. And that was enough for me right there. Like that was hard enough. Which I'm not a soccer. I played soccer when I was like 8, and they're like, "Hey, we need coaches. Can you do it?" And I was like,
"That's the way it always works." Sure.
I mean, they don't keep score at this age. They're just running around kicking a ball. How hard can it be?
Right.
But it is a lot of work.
It's a lot of
You've
work.
got parents texting you nonstop. You've got this. You've got that. You're scheduling practices, games, making sure everybody's there. Like that's a lot of work to do.
It's a lot of work, man.
That you're
a lot of time.
And you're just volunteering.
A lot of time.
Yeah. So as we're kind of wrapping up, I always like to ask this question because success kind of, it varies. I think it has a different definition throughout the world and to different people. So how would somebody said, give me the definition of success. What do you define success as?
That's an amazing question. Everybody wants to go and say that like making a lot of money is success. It's not. I think like what you teach your family, your kids, teaching them life lessons that's going to help them grow is major success. More time with your family is success. But I think the teaching part of it, and again, I'm not perfect. I've dealt with like having like kind of temper issues and whatnot. So I'm not a perfect parent, but for the most part, at the end of the day, I think setting your kids up and teaching them, how to, what is the word I'm looking for? Basically how to navigate life. Because I see a lot of people, what they do is they'll spoil their kids. Mm-hmm. And I get it. You love to spoil your kids. You love to. But you're setting them up for failure.
Exactly. Yeah.
So teaching your kids those hard things, even though they want to complain and whine about it, you're setting them up. Like, you got a bigger plan and they don't know it.
Yeah.
To me, that's success. When I can push my kid out and he's out in the real world and he's thriving. She's thriving. Yeah. That's success. And to me, and obviously, like you said, happy family, being able to do things together. Mm-hmm. To me, that's the most powerful thing.
Yeah.
My wife's home with the kids.
Yeah.
You get to... And I'm not saying anything that, the wives that work and the husbands work, because it's expensive today.
Yeah, it's hard.
But
we do it, and it's barely able to get by with just having one person do it.
Right. I mean? But being able to allow your wife to stay home and be that parent for your kids, to me, that's success as well.
Mm-hmm. That's such a dad answer.
Seeing the smile on her face and how much those kids love her, like, that's everything to me. That's all that matters to me.
Yeah. That's such a dad answer, and I'm right there with you. That's success. Because like you said, success to me 10 years ago would be
making
having
a lot of money.
And
that still is.
It's a great job.
I'm not going to say that's not, because who doesn't?
We need to have money.
Right.
Sometimes you have enough, it's a lot easier. It is in certain
100%.
things. But at the same time, like, there's money doesn't do everything anymore. Like, now that I'm older, I'm like, well, shoot, if I miss a day from work, like, before I'd be like, I can't miss a day of work. Like, I that's money that's in our pocket. Now if the kids have a field trip or something like that, or, hey, Dad, can you go?
Go be a part of that, because you won't get it back.
Exactly. I'm like, you know what? It'll be okay. We'll figure it out.
Yep.
That one day I'm going to go have fun with my kid, because like you said, we're not going to get those back. They grow so fast. I didn't realize, everybody tells you that time goes faster as you get older, and you don't realize it.
Even though it's the same, it feels like it.
It does. It does. Yeah. It's the same, but it just feels like you blink and you watch your kids grow. Like you've got 19-year-old. Like, is that right? Your oldest?
Yeah, he's going to be 20 this year in August.
He was just born.
Just a little guy.
It felt like it was just weeks ago. It's crazy how fast that time goes, and that success is being able to do that kind of thing. That's a great success answer. People And people, like I said, people always want money. They want this or the big house or that.
Yeah.
The nice cars. I drive a little Sonic, little
It's
LT,
cute.
you know.
It's cute.
Good gas
I
mileage.
thought it was your wife's car.
No, that thing goes, great gas mileage. It's not expensive. It's good. I'd rather have something like that and be able to go camping and fishing and hang out with my family than having to worry about spending $1,000 a month on a car payment. You know what I mean? So that's a great answer. As we're wrapping up, Kinect, if people need to get a hold of you, I mean, literally, like fences, roofs. I mean, you guys kind of cover it.
Yeah, we're a roofing contractor as well now. So literally everything. You know, check us out online. You got Kinect Services. You can get on Google. We've got almost 100 5-star reviews. We check our website. You can see video testimonials. Kinect Glass Company. And these are all based in Owasso. Kinect Glass Company. You can get online. Check us out there. You know, anything glass that you need, we do it, from rock chips up to custom showers or offices, commercial. It does not matter. That's KinectGlassCo.com. Kinect Services, KinectServices.com. And then the trailer rental business. This is amazing business, honestly. Like, I love it. It's real simple. It's like an Airbnb. So basically, like, people just get on the website. It's KinectTrailerRentals.com, and you select your trailer. You pick your dates, your times. If it shows that you can rent it, that trailer's available. It's like an Airbnb, like I said.
And you grab it.
You hit book it. You go through the steps. Once you're booked, it asks you, do you do Apple or Google Maps? You pick that, it shoots you a pin. Once completed, then it shoots you a gate code for the duration of your rental. You come in, you upload your pictures, you take your trailer, you go about your business. That's it. Simple, man. And then the glass business, you know, like I said, or not the glass, the mobile nail salon. It's okmobilespa.com. You can get on there and book with Faith. Check her out online. She's amazing. She does a lot of freehand work, you know, custom stuff. She just did some, what is it, May the 4th? Star Wars.
May the 4th
She
be
just
with
did
you.
some custom Star Wars stuff that she freehanded for my wife for her trip to Disney.
Perfect.
And they are amazing. You know, so
I'm so jealous right now. I forgot your wife's in Disney, and it's May 4th. I'm a Star Wars nerd.
Yeah,
so.
I'm not, but her family was. So, but no, check all that stuff out. You know, I mean, we're all right here in the Owasso community, and our goal is to just work in the Owasso community. Do we go all over? Yes, but the goal is to try to stay here local.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we're here to.
What's the phone number they can reach you guys at?
You can call me on my cell personally, 918-289-7831.
Perfect.
Yep.
You guys need something, give them a call. I mean, literally across the board. Because, I mean, I've had, I think, finishing out somebody's, like, barn or something. It was like a metal barn they had. You guys that did a quote for. And, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. You guys can do, I mean, concrete work if you need.
Yeah.
All that, right?
Yep, concrete where we can do pool coatings, garage coatings.
I'm
you know,
literally, like,
everything.
Everything. Like, you don't have to call anybody else.
Nope.
And then if something else pops up, you just got to call them again and say, hey, we got something new coming up. Let's do this.
Yep. And we, you know, for the stuff that we don't do, we only work with subs that are like us. You know, the ones that are going to come in, they're going to do a great job. They're going to take care of your stuff. So, yeah.
Perfect. Well, Keith, I appreciate you. I mean, I know you're super busy taking the time out because time is money.
Time is money.
And I appreciate you taking the time to sit down and talk with me and kind of share what we got going out there, share your life with us and everything. So, guys, you need any work, glass, you need to rent a trailer, excavator, whatever it is, reach out to Kinect. They got you covered. They're local guys and girls. So
that's right.
Give them a call, and girls. Need some nails done.
Are you talking about Jordan? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Some days, huh?
Yeah.
I call Jordan way worse than a girl. So
100%. We love him though.
We love you, Jordan. We love you, good. Bud. But guys, holler at them. They'll get you taken care of. I trust them. I know they're going to do. If I need anything, that's who I'm calling. I suggest them to everybody that comes around. So I'm telling you, they're going to get you taken care of. And I'm not going to suggest somebody that's not going to do a good job.
Appreciate it.
I'm pretty picky as it is when it comes to things. I want things done right and I want it done correctly.
Yep,
so
should be.
They'll get you taken care of. Wind's picking up, so I'm telling you that's probably a sign from God that says we're wrapping this thing up.
Let's wrap it up.
So guys, thank you guys so much for listening to another episode of I Never Met a Stranger I Didn't Like. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.